All right, here we go. What's going on? I'm Joe.
Hey, this is Be Nasty.
And this is our first live podcast. What do you think about that?
Oh, man, I love going live, man. Everything all crazy, one click, boom, no second takes. We doing it.
Dang.
Hey, man. We out there, baby. I'm born for the live.
You know, I thought I was too, man. I don't know how I feel about this.
Hey, you can do it, man. I got your back.
What do we got for the people today, man?
All right, guys. So, look, me and Joe, we came up with some new content ideas. So what we're going to do is we're going to go online and find some articles that we think is either funny. We're going to react to them. And you guys get to choose, which one you want to do, which one is best for you or best for us, and we'll keep going. It's just a part of the segment, to reach out to the fans, you guys.
That's right, because we always want to reach out to you. All right, so I'm going to do mine first. Mine I found online just a minute ago. It's about a TikToker that barely escapes with her life. And she's swimming in Florida, man.
What?
Yes, she is swimming in Florida. She's swimming with some people. They're swimming around her. She's a TikToker. And apparently, she was attacked by a lemon shark.
What? No way.
Right, yeah. It lashed onto her foot. In the article it says that she thought that her friend was just messing with her. And she thought that they had grabbed her foot. But in reality, it was a damn lemon shark. Right? I don't know about you, but if I feel a lemon shark attached to me, I'm going to know it's not somebody's hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my foot's gone. Like, what the fuck is going on, man?
I'm swimming in some teeth on me.
Right.
Ain't nobody hand.
How the hell do you not know that you just got bit by a damn shark?
Maybe she got real pain threshold, man. Maybe she doesn't feel it, you know what I mean?
You know what I always heard, since being injured and everything in Afghanistan and all that, is your adrenaline takes over in your body, and then it calms all the receptors, your nerves, your nervous system.
Oh, you think she was calm in there?
No. I think that the pain was so intense that her brain just cut it down and didn't even let her feel that pain. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, oh yeah, someone grabbed my foot. Like what? Someone was tickling her foot, like a damn shark in the ocean?
Wait a minute. How big was the shark? Did she get away?
She got away. Yeah, she got away, and she was posting about it on TikTok every day, so good for her. I'm glad she made it. But I still want to know why the hell she thought someone was tickling her foot in the ocean.
Tickle.
Yeah, you would think like a starfish just swam on by and attached to her foot and was tickling her with their 1,000 tentacles.
But how'd she get away? I mean, is this shark really munching on her? I mean,
so. Apparently, this is the best part of the dang article here, right? She turns around and starts punching the shark in the face.
No way.
Yeah.
Just some UFC shit?
Just fucking laying into the shark and getting in the way, man. I'm like, what the hell are you... And you gotta think, right? Underwater is hard to punch.
Yeah.
It's hard to walk, it's hard to swim.
Yeah.
It slows down your punches, so she gotta be a fit chick.
Yeah.
To be punching the shark to the point where the shark is like, I can't take no more. I don't want your toes, I don't want nothing, I'm out of here, man. All right?
Stop punching me in the face, lady. Stop. I was just trying to get a little snacky food.
Yeah, he saw them little nubbies on there. And thought they was treats, bro.
Little nice toesies.
Yeah. She was kicking her legs, creating a commotion, and then the shark was like, I'm going to get it, free me.
But she got away, though. That's really
She did get away. I'm glad she got away. I don't know the extent of the damage to her foot or anything, but I just want to say that, it's good that she got away. It's good. Yeah.
We are laughing at the article, not the situation, by the way.
Yeah, right. We are not making fun of your situation, you being attacked by a shark or anything like that. We're not making light of the situation, because I know damn well if I was attacked by a shark.
Oh, yeah.
It would be a rough situation.
What would you do? Tell us, what would you do? Seriously, come on.
All right, so check it, right?
All right.
I would grab onto the fins if I could, right?
All right.
And I would turn that bitch upside down. Because apparently, if you turn a shark upside down, it just gets disabled. It just has to float there.
What?
Yes, that's what I heard.
So you're saying you're going to disable the shark while it's biting on your leg? You're like, put you to sleep, boom.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around if he's sucking on my toes, right? And I'm like, God damn, the shark's on my foot. Depending on how big he is. Now, if it's a great white, your boy's screwed, right? Because he ain't biting the toes, he's biting the legs off.
Or a tiger shark, you know?
Yeah, any of those other crazy sharks. But like a lemon shark, I feel like, you know, he's a sour-faced shark. You know? I mean,
he's a sour face.
So if it was like a smaller shark, I would try to turn him upside down in the water, for real.
Disable him.
Right.
I mean, you live in Florida.
Yeah,
right? So you ever encountered?
No, I've never encountered sharks or anything like that, but I did stingrays, and, well, baby sharks, you know.
Okay.
And I would catch them, and I would release them back into the water, yeah. And it's very difficult, man, because they feel like leather. Their head and their bodies just feels like leather, and they kick around a lot because they don't want you to have them. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're trying to bite you constantly.
Oh.
So this story, I was at on Turtle Beach
in
Florida, over there by Sarasota. And I had this 14-foot fishing pole, man. And if you can imagine that shit. I'm walking on the beach, and all these people are like, what the fuck is this kid doing? With a fucking fishing pole that looks like I'm about to be in the Olympics trying to jump over that little pole that's in the sky. You know what I'm saying? So I walk out to the beach, and I just take a couple steps, and I'm running, and I cast it way out there, man. And it goes, and it just hits the bottom, and I just sit there, man. I'm just chilling out in the sun, man, just hanging out. Then all of a sudden, the pole just goes 1, 2, and then 3. And luckily, I had my wagon that I pull on the beach to keep all my tackle equipment and shit like that in there. And, dude, it was the craziest thing. Like, good thing it was sitting on that, because the reel actually got caught on the side of the wagon, which stopped the pole from just being sucked into the water. You know, I had to run in there and try to catch it. Yeah. Dang, yeah, it was like 4.5 feet long when I pulled that sucker out, man. Yeah. So I'm in there, I'm fighting this thing, and everyone's looking at me like, dude, this guy's crazy, man. You know? He brought a fucking 19-foot fishing pole, and now he's catching something out there. I wonder what it's going to be. So everyone's like coming around me and stuff, and I pull out this shark, man. It's a black-tip shark, and those are mean sons of bitches, man. He's like this big. Yeah. And luckily, another guy was there with his woman. He came over and helped me, and man, it was rough. I had to like jump on him like I was like...
You mean disable him?
Yeah!
Disable him! Put him in sleep mode!
Upside down! Boom! No, so what I had to do is I had to jump on him like I was wrangling a crocodile or an alligator. You know, like Steve Irwin used to do. You had to jump on him and hold his head down so he can get you. And you can't put your fingers too close because it'll bite your fingertips off. So I had him like that, and then I took my tweezers and stuff, and I got the hook out of his mouth and stuff, and he was like, so this other guy was like, man, that's a good catch. What were you using? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, man, I just used it like a bait fish, you know. I just cut it up. Yeah, I went out there. So this is another story. Mm-hmm. That same day before, let's rewind it a little bit. I went out in the water, and I was just using a piece of string, and I put a little piece of shrimp on the end of this small, very small hook. And I just threw it out there and let it float around. I tied the string to my wrist. Yeah. And these little fish are so aggressive, man. They just run up, snatch it. Yeah, man. Yeah, on Turtle Beach, man. All right. You pull it out, and I got me a little bait fish. I just cut him in half, and I put him on the pole and toss it out there, man.
Oh, that's how you got it.
That's how you get it, man.
Oh,
that's how you get it. You
like a replacer.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So. Dude, it was crazy, man. This guy came around, and then this lady was such in shock, man. You could tell she was a tourist, you know, and I could say that because at the time I lived there, you know what I mean? She was such a tourist, man. She was on FaceTime, and she's just looking at me like that. And she like walks a little bit closer, and I was like, you can take a picture if you want. And she's like, no. I didn't want to come any closer. Whoa. Yeah, and I was like, okay. I mean, it's out of the water. It's like, can't jump at you or nothing. And she's like, no. And then she starts talking to the person that's on the phone. She's like, oh my God, this guy just pulled a shark out of the ocean. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you think is in there? Yeah, yeah. Well, she was like so oblivious, like, oh, this is the ocean. She was like trotting around in the water earlier when I saw her and stuff, and now she's walking so far back on the beach, she's almost on the street, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's scary.
She got scared, man.
Scared?
She's like, you caught that from the beach? And I'm like, it connects to the ocean. Like, you can catch anything anywhere, man. You know what I mean? Like,
she didn't want to be that TikToker and have to punch the shark a few
times. Her guns were too small, bro. She would have been taken by the lemon shark.
Oh, no way. Get in the gym. Everybody get in the gym.
Oh, so that was my story, man. So... Let's move on to yours.
Oh,
man. What do you
man.
got for us here?
So look, I checked out this article, and I'm gonna have to double check into it. But I was reading this article recently. Right, there's a Washington guy. Right, he lives in Washington State.
Okay.
And he got caught using a plastic skeleton to be in the carpool lane. I mean, how bad is the traffic out there that you have to use a fake skeleton to be able to be in the carpool lane to get where you want to go? So the article goes into saying that a state trooper spotted him with the skeleton in a hoodie.
Hey, that's super cop. That's super cop, bro. He ain't playing.
He got more than 20/20, man. He got a LASIK done, bro, because, I mean, if I'm looking at a car going this way, I'm not really paying attention. That's a skeleton. And then have the gall to pull him over because he's in the carpool lane with a plastic skeleton.
You know what, though?
I mean, come on, man.
Listen, hey, this is no shit. We were driving to Florida right before we moved there, right?
Okay.
And in North Carolina and all those places, they have a carpool lane.
All right.
And the traffic is for real shit.
If
you're not in the carpool lane.
Come on, man.
But you have to pay in those states. Like if you're not from, I mean, even if you're not from there or whatever, if you're from there, you still have to pay to go through these carpool lanes. So we forgot to pay for like the longest time, and they're just adding money to it, bro. It was like 50 cents, and then it went up to $25.50. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, right.
How the fuck can you charge me 50 cents? And then I wait 30 days, and then it graduates to $25.50.
Oh, what they do?
It was a late fee.
They use a late fee like it's a DVD or something?
$25.50. I'm like, that's like 9,000% more than I was supposed to pay. Man, what the fuck are you guys doing?
I mean, I would say definitely a shout out to the guy because that is, you know, a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you want to be in the regular lane,
yeah,
you gotta be there 2-3 hours. You gotta hurry up and go there. Maybe you need to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let me get over there and do it.
Right.
This guy specifically got into his car. Got a skeleton from wherever he got. Maybe he was a science teacher.
Yeah, he had to dress
it. You know? Maybe he's a science teacher. He dressed it up, put a hoodie on it, and sat there like, yo, I got you, bro. We about to hang out.
Oh my
He takes the carpool, boop, driving. You know what? It's no telling how long he's been doing it. I mean, because if you got the idea to do this, you've been doing it for a while.
You've been doing it for a great.
You know what I mean?
For a long time.
So, come on, law enforcement, and come on, guy. You know what I mean? I mean,
there is no repercussions for doing it multiple times, though.
No.
He could get caught again, and it would probably still be the same penalty or whatever.
He can just put a different hoodie on the skeleton.
He could put a hoodie, and then he could buy one of the masks and put it over the skull so it's like it's got a face.
Yes.
And it'd be like, hey, this is my ugly wife.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Come on, man.
Come on, lean the seat back a little bit, turn her head away, so it looks like she's sleeping.
Sleeping the whole ride.
Easy. Or you could just buy one of them sex dolls they got. The realistic ones.
Whoa.
You know it's got actual hair. Alright?
You're taking it to the next level. You're taking it to the next level. I mean, if you're gonna do that, go all the way. Let's not get caught. You know, go get you one of those sex dolls. You know what I mean?
Put a little tape recorder in the pocket so you hit the button and it'll say something like, oh, I'm sleeping.
Move it a little bit while you're riding.
Right.
Like, that's my wife. You know what? I mean, maybe. I mean, I really think that I couldn't do that. I'm just not gonna do it, man. But I'm not gonna stay in traffic that long either. Man.
Right.
I can't do that, bro. I can't sit there and shout out to everybody who's in different states that have to use HOA lanes or carpool lanes, stuff like that. Shout out to you guys. I can't do it. I live in a state that we got 4 lanes and we don't have that problem.
we don't got that
problem.
You know what? Another state that doesn't have that problem, but it gets real freaking busy, is Colorado and Texas. 2 states, actually.
Nice.
Colorado and Texas, man. When I was in Colorado, you go and you drive I-25 all the way north. I think it's north? North. I-25 north. And then all of a sudden when you hit Denver, there's like 16 fucking lanes going one way.
Whoa.
For real. I'm not kidding.
Denver.
Dude, and for real, there's so many lanes you don't know what the fuck to do. You're like, hold on, wait on. And then fucking 4 lanes go this way, 4 lanes go that way. And dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think Texas is even worse too, because I was driving in the nighttime. And you know when you're driving in nighttime, even if you're using maps, it is so hard to navigate if you've never been through there before. You don't know what the hell's going on. You miss your exits. And but that's the thing, you're so concentrated on trying to find these exits that you're too concentrated and you end up missing the damn exit anyway.
I've done that. I mean, I recently took a trip to Myrtle and I was like, I wanted to fly and I was like, nah, I'm going to drive. I think from Cleveland to Myrtle was maybe like 14, maybe 16 hours.
Yeah.
And when I drove there during the day, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see. When I drove back at nighttime, I was like, what is this, yo? Like, I don't remember this. I think maybe I was in the back roads or maybe I was using the front road. I don't know. Either one, I will not suggest doing it at nighttime. Let's not do it. You know what I mean?
Let's just not do it.
Where's those cars and those vehicles that can just take me light speed? Like, we need one of those bullet trains.
The bullet train.
That's what we need. Yeah. I mean, I want to go somewhere like this, 200 miles an hour.
For real. What's funny is Colorado, again, is shitty. One highway, I-25. I mean, there's smaller highways and stuff. Come on. But this one runs, it's like a 2-lane highway, too, like at some points. Yeah. It's 2 lanes, bro. One left and one right, But then it kind of breaks out in 2 lanes on this side, 2 lanes on that side, which is okay. But they're talking about building a bullet train from Pueblo, which is south, all the way up to Denver, which would be good because people could take that commute and take up that highway every single morning. And there's so many military installations around there. Yeah, it gets super busy, bro. Oh. So if you go somewhere in the morning, you ain't getting there. Yeah. And if you go somewhere at night when everybody's coming home, you ain't getting there again. So you gotta either not have a job and just like walk everywhere, bro, because the bus system sucks too. You might be dead before you get to where you're going, man.
Oh, so that is why the guy in Washington State did that because he didn't want to die. And
he's like, hey, I got somebody else in the car.
Yeah, he's trying to get to where he's going to go. So you know what? Those stories kind of come together
a little bit. Hey, all I'm saying is the dude that was driving with the dummy in his car is lucky the cop didn't beat him up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's pretty lucky, man. I mean, let's stop the violence. You know what I mean? But still, you're very lucky, man. And if anybody else has this idea or is doing this, shout out to you guys. Again, this is something that I'm not even trying to do. Like I told you. You know what? Sometimes I even be like in my Uber, man, or a Lyft, and I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, man, this is taking so long, man. Like, I don't know why. Man, the last time you've been in the Uber and Lyft, man, I feel like they take like the side streets. Bro, I'm gonna pay you no matter what, bro. Right. Get me there quickly and safely. Right.
When I used to do Uber, I had my Subaru WRX, man.
Woo! With the turbo.
Yeah, with the turbo.
There you go.
And the people would be like, hey, man, I need to get here quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, you sure?
Yeah.
Because you can't give me no 1 star if I'm zooming.
Sport mode. Right. Sport mode.
I just hit it up. And they're like, oh shit, they're in the back, they're holding on to the armrest thing and all this. And I'm like, I give them there 4 minutes. They're like,
you guys do that. We're going to give you 5 stars every time.
But that's what I'm telling them. Like, hey, if I get pulled over, you pay my ticket.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're the one that wanted me to do that.
Hey. Right? Yeah. You don't do that no more, right?
You're not no, I had to stop there.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Kids now.
The only reason I say that is just because if you're still like in that occupation, I don't want Uber or Lyft trying to come after you.
Driving that fast. Man.
I mean, always customers or passengers are safe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Unless they say they don't want to be safe, and then hey, that's a different story. If they don't want to be, hey, it is what it is.
Joe, do you ever remember, like as a kid, maybe taking like a trip or anything?
I took lots of trips, man. What you talking about?
I mean, as a kid, just because, like, I'm trying to remember, have I ever took a trip with art buyers? No. Oh, do you have any trips that you can bring up already involved? Do you know anything?
Man.
Because I haven't, man. I was kind of sad about that. I don't think we have ever went out of the city or state with them.
I went so many places with this guy, man. It's insane. I mean, he is my dad, so I guess it's not that insane.
It's insane, man. My dad took me everywhere.
It's insane. I mean, he didn't really take us everywhere. He just took us places that he wanted to go, and he had to take us because we were his kids.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? So we went to Pennsylvania.
Damn it, I take my kids.
Right. Yeah, we went to Pennsylvania a lot.
Yeah.
We went to West Virginia a lot because a lot of our family's there, you know.
There you go.
And the one place, man, let me tell you. Let me tell you about this story, man. So my dad back in the day used to be a stripper.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got a bag, bro. Yeah.
Right. You know, he was good. He made money. You know, he was made like $750 per show. Right.
Do what you got to do. Get that
per
bag.
show. So anyway, one day I'm real young, you know, and can barely remember this, but I remember it good enough to tell the story. So our buyers takes me with him, and he's like, "Hey man, we got to go shopping at the Goodwill." And I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, it's nothing new because that's where we used to shop at anyway because we were broke as fuck, you know?
Yeah, man.
So I was like, all right, I'll roll with him. And then all of a sudden I'm looking at him and he's like picking up dresses and looking at them and he's picking up like pantyhose, used pantyhose people wearing and shit. And I'm like,
Whoa.
man, this shit's getting weird.
Whoa, that's weird. That's weird.
That's
right.
weird. Real
Keep
weird.
going.
So anyway, we're there and I'm like, all right, this is getting weird, man. So I keep on watching a little closer. I'm like hiding in the clothes rack at this time, you know? Keeping my eyes on him and shit. So then he goes to the checkout with some of these items. He's got a skirt. He's got like this green top, a little black and green top.
I mean, he's getting it
top.
for a lady, you know. He's getting it for.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt,
you know,
right?
Get it for your lady.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt,
you know.
So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then as soon as he bought it, we went to McDonald's, and he's like, "You hungry?" I was like, "Yeah, give me a burger," right?
Yeah.
So he comes out looking like a woman, dressed up, got the pantyhose on, got a skirt on, short skirt, right? He didn't want to shave his legs or something. I don't know. He put the pantyhose on, got this tight ass shirt on, and he got a wig on. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? You know, he got my sandwich though, so I was like, all right, cool. I'm just eating that.
He feed you, but he's dressed like
he's dressed like
a woman,
like a hussy.
Oh,
like a hussy.
Man, I haven't heard hussy in a while, Joe.
Yeah,
but hey, man, if
it was back in the day though, they used to say that shit all the time.
So you know, but he was wearing woman clothing.
Yeah, dressed full up head to toe in woman's clothing. So he gets back in the car and he's like, "Hey, we got to make a stop." And at this point, I'm concerned.
Yeah, because you're in the car.
Right. I'm like, "Where's this dude gonna stop dressed up like a woman?" And I was like, damn, I'm pretty scared right now. I don't know if I should just walk home from here, because it's a pretty far walk, but I was like, at least I'll live. So anyway, we end up pulling up to this real nice house, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm down. And then he's like, oh, you got to stay here in the car.
Wow.
And I was like, what the fuck I got to stay in the car for? He's like, I got to go in here and do a job.
Whoa.
And I'm like, what kind of job you talking about, Art?
Yo.
And he's like, I'll just be back in a little while. So then he goes in the house, he knocks on the door, and they let him in and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? So I walk up to the window, and they turn on the music, and Art's just, boom, chicka tack, boom, chicka tack. And he starts ripping off the clothes. Boom, chicka tack, boom, chicka tack. And he's just ripping off the skirt, ripping off the pantyhose, and all the girls are like, oh my god, you know? And then it was a stripping gig, man.
Is it stripping?
Yes.
Yo.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck he's got me doing? How long is he gonna be in there, man? I know I just ate
to the money.
Yeah, he was in there getting to the money, man. Yep, he did it.
He's in there getting to the money?
Yeah, for real. He showed up.
It was a bachelorette party?
Bachelorette party was a surprise, he said.
Nice.
So he went all the way out, man. All the way out.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't do it. Would you do it? What do you think?
Funny story. Let me tell you another story here.
Whoa.
This one leads into it,
this is story time with Joe. Joe's taking over the pod, baby.
So, a little while after that, after he started making money and stuff, we moved into Cross Creek Gardens, right? It's an apartment building in Ohio here.
Okay.
And it was me, my dad, and my brother. And my dad was suave back in the day, man. You know, he was working out. He was looking real fit. He combed his hair back and got real slick. Yeah, he got the old man swag.
Old man swag.
It was the 4th of July one year. I don't remember what year. But he found this girl in the lobby. They were checking the mailboxes together. It was like some shit you would see on a sitcom.
Oh.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah, they're standing next to her. Oh, she was a little redhead, you know, she's flipping her hair and shit.
Type of moves.
Yeah, he's in there. He's like, hey, how you doing? You know, blah, blah, blah. Getting their mail together and shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, yeah, we're going to go up on the roof later. You should come with us, watch the fireworks and shit. She's like, all right, I'm down. And I was like, cool, all right. I might get to see some movies.
Whoa.
Yeah. You know, I mean, listen, I'm a young guy.
Yeah.
I'm a young man, you know?
You know, I get it.
Young guy trying to see some movies, man.
I mean, this is before the internet when you just Google shit. And you're a young guy trying to see some tickle bitties.
Yeah. You'd have to go to the convenience store and buy a Playboy if you wanted to see something.
Ooh,
I had a Nokia brick phone. I couldn't even take pictures.
Can't do none of it.
Couldn't even take pictures. That's how long ago it was, ladies and gentlemen.
One finger texting.
Yes. You had to hit the button 3 times to get to see.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That type of shit.
Yeah. That's why I have one name.
Exactly. So anyway, she comes up in there. She brings a bottle of wine and stuff, and
oh, nice.
It's all good, right? Now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're up on the roof now. They're drinking, having a good time. Me and Jay running around the house. Me and my brother.
Yeah.
And we go back inside. Shit starts to get weird after we get inside. A little bit weird because they've been drinking, you know. And I'm like, all right, I'm the only one awake. Jay went to sleep, and he starts telling her like, yo, I'm a stripper, and she's like, no, you not. And then he pulls out the black undies that proves, because you only have these black undies if you're a stripper.
The Speedos.
Exactly. No, it's like a thong for a man.
Oh, the thong.
Yeah, it's got a front pouch for your package, and then it's got the up your bum hole. You know
the
little stringy string, right?
String there. Yeah, okay.
So then he tosses them to me. Hey, Joe, put these on for her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah, man.
My little dingle? What the hell are these holding your on me, man?
He threw you alley oop. Here you go.
So I put them those on anyway.
Hey, Joe.
I tied them with a rubber band on the side. And I was like, in there. Jiggle in there, right? Because I thought I was going to get some at that point. They're like, hey, tossing me in the fucking leg. So I thought I was going to get some, but nope. Didn't get nothing. Had to show my ass and then had to go to bed while he got some.
Hey. Part of the team. Sometimes you gotta be the wingman for, you know.
I feel like I should have got some.
Hey man, you're a part of the participation, man. Sometimes, look. Hey, I got stories that I was people's wingman, and I wasn't looking for nothing, but I was definitely trying to make sure my guy left, you know, the situation with some. And if you guys are ever in that situation, put your boy on.
Right.
Or your girl. You can do it for your girl. Or if you're a girl, try to put your guy on. Do it.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're in those situations, man, you just gotta put on for the team. Make sure your partner is getting what they need to get out of the situation.
Absolutely.
I mean, because sometimes people maybe don't have the swag or, you know, the words to be able to say what they need to say to be able to get some, and you do. You mean your boy got words for days, and I could just pull him, babe, pull him. You know, not the minors though. Do not be coming around me talking. All right, we have to your moms, your grandmas, your aunts, things like that.
Not we.
Not me. Just my past. But within that situation, man, I think you did real good to be able to, you know, put the moves on. I mean, hopefully your dad wasn't watching you while you were shaking it, because that might be a little
weird. That was weird. I remember that part. It's probably deep in my mind somewhere. My mind is saving myself from myself.
Save yourself.
That kind of thing. So I don't remember that part, but I do remember dancing. I do remember some other stuff that went down. But
I mean, this is a free space
if
you want to be.
No, not this kind of.
I mean, because I wasn't a part of these things with you guys. You know, that was more of a son thing. It wasn't more of a best friend thing that I would be a part of.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, these stories are always funny about art. I didn't know that you were part of the stripping thing. I'm sure your wife is very happy.
Yeah.
Especially if she's listening.
Hey, listen, man, I can shake it, all right? Yep, I can shake it, man, if I need to. Shit. Oh, man. All right, so you tell me a story, man. Come on.
Man, I mean, what type of story? Tell me some type of content, man, you know?
It's gotta be...
What do you think, bro? Come on now.
It's gotta be back in the day.
Gotta be back in the day.
Yeah, it's gotta be back in the day, man.
What consists of... All right, so let's listen to this, man. I maybe have a story. Look, I remember, we both lived on Fairville. You know, I was on the upper side, you're on the down side. Man, around that time, man, it was like teenage years. You know, I had a neighbor who, you know, she was a little, you know, a little bit out there. You know what I'm saying? All the guys in the neighborhood, you know, definitely got her attention. She kind of had, you know, she was developed as a young girl. Now we all are in around the same age, so there's no older men or older women involved. But one time, you know, we're just hanging out, maybe playing basketball or something like that, or you know, hanging with the people, and all of a sudden, like, all the basketball guys are there and everything, and she comes out in her little hoochie coochie dress, you know what I mean, and getting attention.
Do that.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah,
you
everybody knows. Yeah, everybody knows.
It's a bunch of guys playing basketball and just one little girl, and you know, and hello, you know, things like that going on. So we're playing, of course, you know what I'm saying? We were really cool people. Everybody around was cool. And for some reason, these guys didn't want to play basketball after seeing her no more. And they wanted to, you know, talk to her and things like that. Yeah. I was kind of upset because I wasn't attracted to this girl at the time or at all. And they went over to her porch. Now, which is the craziest part, it might have been like 10 guys out here, man. And let me tell you, man, her parents was very strict, all right? Her parents were, I believe at the time, worked for the juvenile detention home. So they were security guys, you know, officers. Yeah. So how do you explain when they come home, 10 guys, and your daughter is there?
Yeah, what?
Now, what was the funniest thing about this was some of them was in the house, you know, hanging out. So, you know, I'm just hanging out, I'm shooting layups, you know, I'm still working on my game. You know, I thought maybe one day I can get to the league, you know, and play. You know, I'm working on a jump shot. Never grew past my height, I'm not going to say. But anyways, the car pulls in the driveway.
Oh, man.
You see these guys spraddling like the light came on and roaches coming out. All you see is, what the heck? You know, people are just, oh, shit, your parents home. It's just like, Man, there are people jumping out the window. Man, it was one of the most craziest times. You're just like, we're kids just trying to enjoy. I'll just say this. When they finally got all those guys out the house, I heard a lot of screaming and a lot of smacking. Someone was getting their ass beat. And
getting beat down, right?
Yeah, I mean, back in those times, I mean, of course, you know, child services were, you know, prevalent around that time. But you know, around that area, we wasn't going to be calling the police about that type of thing.
Right.
I do not condone whooping or beating nobody. But at this time, I mean, she got her ass beat pretty bad, you know, just for having boys around. And I'm gonna tell you guys, come on, man, we gotta just relax. We gotta relax, guys. Everybody wants to jump on some bones, but let's do it classy, you know?
Yeah, right. We gotta keep it classy around here. And speaking of keeping it classy, we're about at our time limit here. So we'll talk to you guys next time. Appreciate you tuning in if you did. If not, you better be here next time.
Be here next time. I'm Be Nasty. This is Joe.
And we're out of here.
And we out, baby.
Boom.
Boom, 3242.
Okay, where can listeners find my podcast?
Everywhere.
Copy and share. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how am I getting phone calls from work? Oh, because my fucking phone is on. Put you in Do Not Disturb. Thank you. Don't be calling me on the weekend.
Alright, let's see here.
You want to turn these cameras on?
Yeah, you can hit the red button, orange button again, or whatever.